Got yourself something funky.
And it's me. Right then, guys. Before we go into the big event of the Nougat to be kidding me world record, we're going to have a little warm up first. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in John Dervish with his little warm up. It's over there. And we're going to bring in Simon Cole. Evening, dude.
Right.
Evening all.
Now, Simon's going to be the host for this one for you, Jem.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So we'll put him up there.
And you're staying down there?
Yeah, I like it down here.
Excellent. So yeah, I think tonight I'm one of those support acts, you know, those rubbish support acts that you have at the beginning, and then the main show is right there. So there we go. And I've got the good old Christmas V4 chug. That's, I think the main ingredient is cloves. I think the second main ingredient is also cloves. So yeah, it's going to be a great one.
What's happened to Tony?
Nothing, I'm there.
Yeah.
On my screen, and he was just like, ah.
Was it?
Hey, it was twitching away.
Oh, let's not worry. If you're all right, then we're all right. I think it's his green screen. It goes.
Yeah, he's doing it again. It's weird. Bring me off.
I can't see it.
It's his eyes.
I wouldn't worry. Shall I just get on and read my disclaimer, or shall we talk about what Simon's got to do, or shall we not just leave that for later? I'll get on.
I don't want to think about it, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'm going to get cracking on with the disclaimer. Good old Angus Store. I, Jem Dervish, I, Jem Dervish, am over 18 years of age, of sound mind, and have read and understood the hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers and manufacturers will, under no circumstances, be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury or damage arising from me consuming this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this without question. So yes, that's me.
Perfect.
Okay. Simon, are you going to do yours, or are you going to do yours after I've done this?
I'll do it later.
Okay then.
You crack on, dude.
I will crack on. Okay. Hopefully you heard that. I'm not going to smell it.
You couldn't help but smell it. You got to whiff anyway.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, that's on the button. I've gone with your top of the flame. Doesn't really matter what I'm showing on screen, does it? There we go. Hopefully that's good. How many we got watching?
16 at the moment, dude.
16. Wowzers. All righty. Okay, everyone. Chin chin.
Adele says you've got this easy, dude.
Super. Who's got a timer?
I go on back.
All right, then. Cool. All righty. Who sent that message, by the way?
Adele. I believe it's 3 minutes per shot if you're doing it.
It is.
Shots,
okay. 3 minutes. You got it?
Yeah.
Super. And yours makes the sound at the end of 3 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, then. I'm going to dedicate this one to Katie Prettyman. How's that? One of my inspirations. All right, everyone.
Good dedication for the amount of ginger chugs they're doing.
Do you know, this one isn't as pungent as the one that I've done in the past.
Or it was because you were expecting it this time?
Yeah, I think so. And it's kind of nullified that intense clove.
It took away the clove shock.
Yeah.
when I did mine, I did two chugs on both attempts.
Yeah.
And there were 2 different batch numbers, and the first 2 I did were much easier than the second 2 I did yesterday.
I actually tasted some sweetness in this one.
No, Minnie,
Just
that's
trying to
not the
look.
one you've got.
Hey?
Minnie was asking if this is the one she's got. It's not. She's got the V5.
Okay.
I believe.
This batch
I could be wrong.
is number 1, by the way. It's got 0-1, so I need to check the others I got in the fridge. I keep all. Do you know what, Lou? I keep all my chugs that I'm going to do in the fridge because taking them down cold is a lot easier, I find.
It dampens down some of the what would normally go as floral bouquet.
Exactly. And all those other smells, effervescent, kind of straight into the nostril.
Yeah. It's the same reason why I chill me red wine. I know it's sacrilege. You're not supposed to chill red wine. It's supposed to be at room temperature.
Yeah.
But if you chill it, it takes away that floral bit.
It's the man. Maybe you're just not getting the right red wine, my man.
Oh, good red wine doesn't matter. I don't need to chill that. It's just if it's cheap red wine, it goes in the fridge because it takes away that.
Into a bolognese, man.
Or into a bolognese, yeah.
Yeah. I can't see the time. How much have I got left?
45 seconds.
45 seconds. Okay.
I did that without my glasses on.
Well, impressive. The heat for me at this moment is all around. It's at the tip of my tongue, a little bit at the back, but it is warm. It's more warm in the gut than anywhere else, and it's sitting high up. How's that for a description?
I was reading Adele's comments there. She doesn't like either wine, so.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right. Nice. Cheers.
I forget it has got a posh beep, beep, beep. Yeah.
Oh wow, that gave me a shudder.
Right. Well, I'm gonna bring somebody in so that we can catch her while she's eating because it's just fun that way.
Super.
Well, you know, I have a funny feeling you're going to do that.
Of course. Do you know, I'm no longer.
But I was just finishing off an nectarine, one of my 5 a day.
You know what, Luke?
Everyone must have their 5 a day.
I no longer sit there looking in the air or fiddling around because I know what you're going to do.
No, he's a sod for doing that, isn't he? Bless him.
Second, I see you're not paying attention or doing something else.
And you've done that to me before, and I've had to go and I've had to ramble on.
I'm actually just trying to work out how I can invert my screen. So if somebody wanted me to time, there it doesn't look white. So I don't know. So I'm a technophobe. Somebody needs to explain to me how do I. Hang on a minute. I think I've got it actually.
I was going to say somebody told me how to do this about a week ago and I forgot.
I've got it.
Impressive.
Excellent. Oh God, yeah, that was quite an achievement for me tonight actually. So therefore, right, if anyone wants me to time anything, I can time it. I have my little stands as well, so I'm all good to go.
You're all getting all posh now.
Well, do you know, for Christmas, I bought us all these so we can put them by the side of our beds and stuff like that, and they're pretty groovy. So they do that, and they fall flat. How cool is that? That's why there's holes there.
I make my kids leave the phone downstairs, otherwise they'd just stay awake all night playing Candy Crush or something.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing as well. So
David stays up all night.
Yeah. However, I need something to lean it on.
Last minute there, Jim.
Yeah.
Doing awesome. So obviously, you always seem to get this clove thing. Some people get it more than others. Some people don't. Yeah. Apart from cloves, what other flavors are kicking in there for you?
No, there was a sweetness in the very beginning, but it was only It was only for a short time, and then the cloves did come back in, but it wasn't punching cloves. It was there.
Remind me, this is the orange one, isn't it? So
This
how
is the
how orangey would you describe it?
Very little, but that's just on my palate at the moment. Others may pick up others picked up the blueberry from the V3. I couldn't pick up a blueberry or even the vanilla, to be honest. So
I don't think I picked it. I got the vanilla on that one.
no.
Strange. It's interesting how what people taste. Hang on.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Done. Boosh.
Super.
Bottle done. 3 points in the bag. Well done.
Here we go then. All righty.
Well done, Jim.
I no longer need to be around. I'm going to just say, Simon.
Oh, stick around. This will be fun to watch.
Yeah, come down here in the naughty corner with me.
Naughty corner.
Do
Do you know what? I think it should be on a bigger screen. He's just up there, half of his head.
Well, what?
Yeah. Let me go back to the usual way I do stuff.
Right, chandelier.
Don't start singing, we get copyrighted.
I know, dude.
Oh, look.
Yeah. All righty then. Oh, hang. I'm gonna get up and get an ice lolly or something like that in a minute, though.
Right, you go.
No.
Well, before we went live, Irena showed us something, and
This is a family show now.
It was a slab of nougat that was basically double the size of what Simon's about to eat. So
it is.
So if you'd like to flash your nougat.
Oh, that's not something I'm asked to do on a regular basis. So I suddenly had a thought earlier on because Simon was saying that he was a bit nervous about the quantity and the volume of the nougat the nougat that he's just about to consume. And then I remembered that I have it's a piece of non-chili one, so it's all wrapped up in cling film at the moment. So this is some of it, and quite about that much of it has gone because I've been eating it. And so that's a piece of it there. So if I get a bit closer, so this is exactly the same recipe, just without the chilies in there. So you've got all the nuts in there, and then you've got the fruits. So I weighed that before we came on air, and that is 930 grams. Now that's not even a full slab. That's not a full batch. So a full batch, it makes, memory serves me right, it's about 35 pieces. So that is 930 grams there. What Simon is going to attempt to eat, and I'm pretty sure he will do it, is half of that. And it's, that's not far off a kilo in weight, that particular piece there. So yeah, guys, he's going to be eating half of that, bless him.
He doesn't look too impressed when he's looking at that slab.
No.
However, let's put this in a different way, actually. So what I also have here as well is I've run out of boxes and I've run out of labels, so I've got no official challenge in the house. All I have is a tub. Okay. So what I have in here, there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 24, 25, 26. There's 27 pieces in there which are wrapped but are not boxed. So even think just one of these layers here is what I got Paul there going, eat them all. So that's how many Simon's going to be attempting to do there. So there's 12. How excited? So I can't do the official challenge because I don't have a box, so I have to make sure that that the box has not been tampered with, so it's all sealed, etc., etc. So I can't join Simon for the challenge tonight, I'm afraid. Gus is.
She's here as official timer and adjudicator.
However, I tell you what I'll do, because I don't think Simon should do it on his own. What I'll do, right, I've got a piece out of the box there. So that's it all wrapped. I promise you it's come out of the chili one because it's got the League of Fire stickers on there as well. I can't do it as an official challenge. I've not actually done a full piece of it. I taste every batch, but I've never done a full square. So, Simon, I'll join you, but obviously I can't get the points off it tonight.
You're never going to get in the mafia.
I've not done the full square.
The mafia say you should never touch your own product.
Well, I've tasted it. I obviously tasted it right from the very, very start. I've not done a full portion. So we will tonight.
Irena, before
Hello.
Simon starts his disclaimer, I've got to say it is the most tastiest challenge I've had. It's definitely in my top 3, and I love the Moab, the white Moab, and I love the raspberry rain. So just going to say, Simon, you're going to be in for a treat. It's going to get warm though.
Oh, Simon's already tasted it though, so he knows what it's like. You did a piece of the prototype, if I remember, so didn't you?
Yeah, it was the first one in the UK.
Yeah, the recipe hasn't changed, but since the prototype was made, I tweaked it a little bit on how it was cooked. And it's all about getting the temperature right with the sugar syrup. You go, if it's too low, then it just all it doesn't stay solid and it all melts out, and that's what the sticky mess was all about. If you overboil the sugar, it goes rock hard like toffee. I have done it rock hard like toffee. I took it over to Dan Reed, and the 3 of us, including his 13-year-old son, 14-year-old son, ate it as well, and it was almost impossible to eat. So we tweaked it a little bit. That was the second cook that I did on it. So the first one, the first one, that was the third one. So the first one melted out completely. The second one was completely solid, which I do still have here. Jem, I think I might have sent you a little bit of the very overcooked one. You
did. It was chewy.
Someone needs to point out that you don't get bonus points for eating multiple ice lollies, Jem.
I was hoping no one noticed.
I noticed you. So the first one was very runny. The second one was absolutely rock solid. And the third one was just a little bit too soft and it spread everywhere. And then on the fourth go, we came out with this.
Who said that, Lou?
Adele was saying twisters are lush though, so you're excused.
Yeah. And I love them though.
So does she, apparently.
Yeah, but who said that comment? Because that's funny.
That was me.
Oh, was it? Oh, well done. That's funny.
Well, back to the guys up above. We should stay down in hell.
Get on with your disclaimer, bro.
I, Simon Cole, am over 18 years of age, of sound mind, maybe not, and have read and understood the hot sauce and product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire and their suppliers, Irena, and manufacturers, and in no circumstances be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury and damage arising from me consuming this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this without question.
I'm not doing the official challenge, so I'm just asking to join in with Simon.
Best disclaimer ever.
That is.
Oh, do you know, it's better than the last one I attempted. Let's be fair, you know.
Well, no, the one that you did with Hanzo was the best one because I thought you were getting married.
That was a nightmare. That was a nightmare. Don't ever trust me. Don't ever leave me to my own devices. I'm dangerous.
Right. No more laughing now. So I'm going to disappear out the background because once it gets serious, I'm not putting them off. So
you might as well get rid of me as well, man, and have them.
No, absolutely not. You stay sitting there, right? Otherwise, I'll talk away, and yeah, you need to save me from talking.
I don't know if you can be saved, honey.
There is that.
It's a good distraction.
Exactly.
There is that. Right. Okay. So, Simon, just talk us through a little bit about what you've done to prepare. So, have you eaten? Have you drunk? What have you done to prepare for this now?
I've had a yogurt, some rice pudding, and a beer.
Excellent. 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 Right. Have we got any? Oh, yes. Yep.
No, I had a meal deal earlier on, so that counts as food. So
it does. It does. It does. Right. So, what we need from you then is we need to have the box on screen at all times. We need to make sure that the box has not been tampered with in any way, shape or form. So it should be wrapped in a sticker around the top of the box, and on the underneath you should find a lovely little League of Fire sticker. So make sure that the bottom has not been opened either. So so what we need is for you to open each box on screen, keep it in screen at all times. There is no time limit to eat it, but then you have to endure a 4-minute afterburn after every piece when we see that your mouth is empty. If all goes well, this should last 60 minutes. So I'm guessing probably about a minute for each. Am I being realistic or optimistic or even pessimistic? I don't know. About 1 minute to eat them, I would say.
we'll
But we'll see how it goes. We will. We'll find out.
An hour.
So we've got cards inside as well. James Nixon. So there'll be one, if not two cards. Some of them have two cards, some of them have one. I ran out of cards part the way through packing them up. So that'll be the reason. So, right.
I can get some of my cards back now.
You can, yeah, because Simon he kindly lent me a few cards. Oh God, I'm dreading this because he kindly gave me some cards because I ran out just so I could finish the order. So guys, that's what we're looking at. So it is 100% edible. What you see on top there is edible wafer paper, and then on the middle there, that's edible paper again, which has just been printed with League of Fire. So it's 100% edible. No need to take it off. But Simon, yeah, when you're ready, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, God.
And while these guys are eating through this, when I did this challenge, the roasted almonds absolutely complemented the nougat itself. You get that roasted flavor, then you get that kind of gooey nougat, and it was phenomenal. And I thought the heat and the taste of the peppers were on point. You could taste the reprint.
I haven't missed this at all. Then again, I haven't done a challenge for quite some time anyway.
Well, you are the pod queen at this moment in time, honey.
My tolerance is really, really down at the moment.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting the nuts in this.
Yeah, it's superb. Cool.
I can tell you that all the heat is there for me. Right on the edge of my tongue.
Yeah.
What I should be doing really is I should be timing you. You're timing yourself.
He's timing himself. You've got another recording going on, is that right, Simon?
Oh no, I haven't bothered tonight.
Okay, super.
I'll just get a stream of Tony later.
Yeah, I'm sure. What did you think? Did you get those the roasted almonds?
Yeah, it's lovely. Like it reminds me, like last time I did it. I think it's improved it.
My tolerance is really down. My nose is going already.
I'm not where I was watching some of the other videos and people were, but as I read it like that, I got really apprehensive and I was a bit like, I think I might have stepped my foot in and out.
Yeah.
So I told people I was doing this prematurely when I should have just
done it.
basically, yeah. Because then if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be letting people down. It would be a bit embarrassing. So I'm just like, put a bit of pressure on myself.
I've got to say, good luck, because I at this point in time, I wouldn't do more than one.
Do you know, Simon, there isn't anything to be embarrassed about, or doing a challenge is more for you and your own kind of just challenging yourself in that particular way,
Yeah, I get that. Like, I'm very like doing all this live stuff is. I'm not one for being like I'm quite private and quite.
Yeah.
So.
I get that.
Bit like what Charlie was before.
Yeah.
Now he's just a monster.
Of course. A broken monster.
Allegedly broken.
Exactly.
I had the pleasure of sitting next to Charlie at his first pod eating competition at East Midlands Chilli Bobs in July last year. The guy was a machine then, and he was only recently in Nukes, and we didn't really know what to expect, but we knew that he would do okay. I never expected to be blown away by him, the way, just how he was. I mean, poor Charlie, he was so nervous anyway, but the speed that he had the pods was just something else completely.
Wow. Do you know, Irena, I watch him doing his tink, and I recognise some of the tinks that he does, and they are just lethal, even just by having the odd dropper here and there. But
what we've always got to remember, though, is Charlie not only did last summer, he not only did the pod eating competition up at Chilli Bobs, but a few weeks later he went. He travelled to a pub up north, and he did the Wiltshire Chilli Farm challenge, which is the 10 challenges one after the other, ending with the rum shot.
Yeah.
Oh God, time you ready to start? I haven't even finished this one yet. Right, I'll definitely time you on this one. Oh, God,
15 seconds.
I can't even remember the password is to my phone. Right.
Simon, you might as well just crack on eating it.
It's all right, mate. You can put your timer down. You concentrate on doing your thing now.
You guys carry on doing your chatty and.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Irena and I have got bucket loads of chat to do.
I can imagine. Oh my God.
Irena, you'd be smashing at a speed eating contest.
No, I'm not very good at speed. Anyone will tell you that. No, anyone will tell you I'm no good at speed at all. You've no.
Have you ever tried to do speed and talk at the same time?
Was that to me?
I can't do speed because I talk too much.
Oh, bro.
Oh, that was a nice piece of nut there, I've got to say. Oh, this is warmer than I remember it being. Simon, how's it for you? Because obviously you did the prototype.
I don't know if my tolerance is raised a bit now, but
I think it is.
I figure this one I'm managing better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
But then I've been doing challenges since, whereas I hadn't done any. That was the first thing I did on camera.
My first whole piece. Oh, bloody hell.
Congratulations.
Oh, I don't know about congratulations. Whew.
Get ready, Irena.
Irena, you got to do the timer.
Have we got to do the... Oh, right, timer.
All right.
Start. Okay. So, I wouldn't... Right. In all honesty, this is not a challenge that I would sway towards, because I'm not very good with doing the sweet challenges. Which is why you don't see me doing the chocolate ones, because I'm sweet enough and I don't need any more sweetening. As Paul says, laughing.
I was better say.
This is it's not one that I would probably choose to pick up. I'd obviously do it because it's one of the, it's a challenge. So for me, I've got where does the heat sit? It is all at the front of my tongue at the moment. I've got virtually nothing on my throat. It's edging just ever so slightly just around the edges of my tongue. Yeah, and you know that there's super hots in there.
Yeah.
When you breathe. Oh, which card you got there this time,
hun? Matthew Corral and Reich.
Nice.
Oh, pardon me.
How many did you sign, Irena?
Right. So I signed 3 cards.
Yeah.
I believe 2 have been found in the UK.
Yeah.
Joe
Cuba found one.
Yeah, Joe found
Yeah.
one of them. So I'm sending him something hot soon.
Nice. Is that a
the
picture of
other
you then,
one-
Irena?
Very funny. So Joe found one of them. The other one hasn't been in contact with me yet, but I know who's found it. The
Okay.
one in the States, as far as I'm aware, has not been found yet. These cards came from my personal stash, so they're not cards that I've bought. These are ones which I've acquired. They were 3 cards that I had. And there's 3 cards that I've now given away. So I have none. So if anyone asks me for any, I don't have any.
How long's he got left on his timer, babe?
Oh, good question. Oh God, I just turned it off. Come on, up again. 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay.
I need to keep an eye on that, don't I? Really? Yeah. So 3 cards. The one in the States, I don't know if it's been found. It'd be a shame for somebody to find it and not see the significance that it's me. But also, if you do find the card, you can choose something off my website, which I'll send you free of charge. And so I'll send it anywhere in the world.
How many did you send over to America, by the way?
There was about, let me see, I think it was about 112 that I sent over.
Wow.
There was 100 in the UK and 112 gone to Old Agnes store.
Oh, lovely.
As I said, I now have 26 pieces left over.
So when you do a long division, how many is that?
Yeah. Paul's asking me to do it by long division.
Tell Paul I said thanks, by the way.
Right, so we've got coming up to 30 seconds left there. So that was piece number 2. So how are we doing on the heat there?
Sorry?
Yep. Where are we at on heat level?
1.
1. Blimey.
I was probably around. I was probably around about
a bit on the back of my tongue. So that's
all right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 2. So I'm on to number 3.
3. You know, Irena, for me, I hadn't done a challenge in a long time, and that was kind of my coming back to doing challenges again, and that took me to a 3 personally.
I haven't done anything particularly hot for a little while. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I did a challenge. It was back last year. What did I do? It was probably whatever I did with Honza. So what was that? That was the, what I don't know. Was it the Heart of Fire? That was. God, I tell you what, if that was the last challenge that I did, that would have been back in March of last year because I did it for Paul Allroy's birthday.
Oh
That's coming up close to a year.
I might have done a chug in the meantime. I don't know. I've not done V5. So the last chug I did was V4. It's been a long time since I've done a League of Fire challenge. The summer was taken up with doing lots of chili pods instead.
Of course.
Which I don't think I'm doing this year.
What's your favourite? How far you got left, Simon?
yeah.
One more mouth.
And she's still
All right.
So let me know when you've got an open mouth there, and we'll Yeah, so Adele's asking, Simon, is it very filling? How are we doing on the belly at the moment? Oh, I tell you what, let's let him finish that bit first.
Yeah. Nice.
And done. Right, 4-minute countdown. How's it feeling in the belly at the moment then?
I haven't touched it. It's more just on the tongue.
Yeah.
So
But
are we still at number back one on the heat level?
it will take. That one was a little bit darker, so
Interesting.
seemed a bit. I would say it seemed a little bit hotter, not too much different.
So people have been saying that from the prototype to this one, people seem to think it's a little bit hotter. Now, I absolutely promise everyone it's made exactly the same. It's the weight of ingredients is exactly the same. So just to give you an idea of the chilies in it, it's boot jolokia, scorpion and reaper. Now they make up 10% of the actual product. So the chili in it is 10%. I promise you, and I swear to God, that it's not been cooked. There's nothing different. It was just the timing of how everything was cooked.
I don't think anyone's questioning your ability or your ingredients, Irena.
So I'm just trying to remember how many batches that I cooked for the whole order. I believe, including what's left over here, I believe that there were 7 batches. Shahina, well done.
Still not a card that I haven't needed yet.
Is there a card that have you had a card so far this evening that you've not had?
No, little doubles now. Anyone needs them? Trade me for 96.
Who's
Who is
96?
96?
Me.
I don't even
I haven't
know what it
got.
is.
I haven't got one. So
Do you know, it took me quite some time to get one of my own, and it's not because I was doing challenge, because obviously I wasn't. But it took a little while for me to actually get one of my own cards.
Yeah. You should get Stu Walker on the case.
Oh, do you know, he sent me a few, and I've sent a few out to be signed and stuff. But the only ones I tend to get are the ones that people have found of me. And then they send them to me, and I sign them and send them back. So,
oh well, I don't know if he's watching. The old Flying Scotsman, Barnett. If he's watching, send me your address, buddy boy. Please.
Oh, I can send you his address, no problem. But then again, maybe James should send you. I don't want to be getting involved with giving addresses out and stuff like that. I've got his address if you use it. Right, so we're down to 1 minute left on piece number 3.
You could say if he doesn't, you can send it to me now. Send him some fun packages.
Cool, we can do that.
Irena, I meant, what's your favourite challenge out of all the ones that you've done?
I can tell you the ones that I haven't liked.
Go ahead.
Let me see. I certainly didn't like the Rummy Bears, and I won't be revisiting that one. I have not done a Psycho Bear, but I'm told they're a little bit nicer tasting. Let me see. I don't know. The chugs have been quite nice. The Heart of Fire I thought was quite brutal.
Simon, 2 seconds.
There we go. Job done.
Oh, I wasn't even prepared, huh?
No, was I got distracted. Out of challenges, I call me bonkers. I'd rather do a pod eating competition. I would. Not that I find it easy, because they're certainly not easy. I don't know. What puts me off the challenges is the amount of chocolate and the amount of sweet stuff. I tell you one I did like was the endurance. I did like that.
The endurance was nice.
That's a really tasty sauce. And a cool
strawberries. Yeah. That's a great one.
That comes with a really cool spoon as well. Although
It
I do remember Sean doing the cat gun challenge as well.
Yeah.
Though I don't know if the sauce was based on the sauce in that one. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember it being a strawberry based sauce. But the endurance challenge is really good. You just need to keep an eye on the time to make sure that you've got your spoon ready to go. That caught me out. Again, probably talking in between.
Of course.
That would be a surprise. But yeah, I call me mad, but I think I would actually rather do a pod eating competition.
Just waiting for his open mouth. Nice.
Okay, so how are we doing with the whole chewing thing? How's the jaw? Because that was piece number 4.
Honestly, like, still haven't. Sorry, I had my sister. Yeah, no, it's fine. Sorry, I got distracted. My mate just messaged me. Yeah, no, it's fine. What did I do the other day? I did the peanut brutal the other day, and
I didn't see that.
chewing on that. That was, if I could do that, chewing on these would be fine.
Yeah, I imagine this is nowhere near as hard as the peanut the peanut brutal. I always fancied having a go with it, but it was just the amount of chewing involved, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I did fancy giving it a go though, but
this one is far tastier.
I imagine it is. I was quite conscious and aware of the fact that we wanted something. Well, when League of Fire approached me, now bearing in mind this is not something that I would normally be making. So anyone that knows me knows I do preserves. So I'm jams, I'm chutneys, and I'm pickles. I asked a little while back, is there anything that I can do that I could be involved with and whatever, and I couldn't see how I could ever fit in. And then just out of the blue, I was asked, well, could you make nougat? I was like, possibly, I don't know. How long do I have to do it? And they said, we need it in about 3 weeks' time.
Oh, wow.
So that's why the prototype it wasn't quite perfected by the time I had it in boxes. They needed it to take to the States as Shahina was doing a TV program out there. So it was a lot of stress about it. But I had never made anything like this before in my entire life, and trying to get the process right. But I was very conscious that it was going to be warm. It's coming a little bit cooler than they actually asked for. But I always wanted it to have flavour in it. And it was me that suggested doing the almond with the cherries in there as well. I wanted there to have some flavour for it not just to be heat. So I thought that almonds and cherry would be a good combination.
I've got to say, that is an inspired combination with the almonds. It wasn't peanuts. It wasn't walnuts. You hit the nail on the head with the almonds.
Simon. If anyone does ever happen to have some of the non-chili one from me, this differs ever so slightly. That there's mixed nuts in that and cranberries and mixed raisins, so it's a little bit different, but obviously the base is still the same. But it's got the nuts in there, which is the traditional. It's based on a traditional Torone recipe, so it still has the nuts in there. But I do put the fruit in there just to make it, just to give it a bit of sweetness as well, extra sweetness and a bit of fruitiness. Right, 20 seconds there, Simon. How are we doing? So I think you're doing awesome. Yeah, John, absolutely, totally agree that Simon is bossing it. I can't see comments because obviously I've got the timer on my phone there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Piece number 6. Off we go.
Do you know, Irena, I'm gonna go back to this pod eating. I love when I was, I'm gonna say in my prime, I loved pods. Do you know, the nemesis for me was that Fatali. At any point of any competition, any eating of pods, as soon as that Fatali popped up, it didn't matter if it was round 5, round 4, it would slow me down, and it was rather upsetting, because I feel like I probably could have gone an extra few more steps, but that Fatali always killed me.
You know, I'm the opposite to you. I quite look forward to a Fatali coming in. I quite like them. Just essentially they're a hot habanero type pepper.
I know.
However, when you say that you dread it when if and when it does appear, is that psychological? Because a lot of people feel exactly the same way with chocolate pods. I don't mind a chocolate pod, but people automatically say, "Oh, don't like chocolate pods," without even trying them.
I hear you.
Give us an open mouth there, Simon. We'll start you going. Excellent. So that was piece number. Was that piece number 5? Or piece number 6? I think it was number 6.
For me, it is just the taste of it. I can't get beyond. It's not even. There isn't anything psychological. As soon as I taste it, my body just wants to reject it. And look, I love Jay's Peach Scorpion, which is probably 3 times as hot as that Fatali. But I love the taste of that, or I love the taste of that Scorpion. I don't see the chocolate pods don't bother me at all. Sometimes you can get the rogue chocolate pod, but for me, I don't mind floral as well, but that just kills me. I think it's.
I wonder, would you think the same if you did it blindfolded and you didn't know which pod
I would
you
know.
I
Irena,
bet you wouldn't.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you could give me 20 pods. I would point that one out, even just by the smell. Irena.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because
what is it? Do you find that that's a floral pod then?
I don't mind floral pods. You talk to Jamie Bolton, and he's the same as me. He too don't like them, but he completed the chug. Is it the V5? That's the pumpkin and
your favorite chug.
Yeah, that's my favorite indeed. The one that I'm just giving away. But there's Jamie Bolton. What's he saying?
He's doing great. Yeah, we're waffling away here. What we should be doing is we should really be encouraging Simon, because he's doing amazing.
Come on, Simon,
we've
you're
done
doing
5
amazing.
pieces. I need to just make sure we got the timer up there. So we're almost halfway through the burn time on this one. How are you doing, Simon, hun?
Am I right?
Yeah. Is it building in heat at all?
No, I'm just getting cold now. My daughter still hasn't come home. My front door's open.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh mate. Do you know,
I'm looking around, looking to see if I can reach for a jacket or something. I'm seeing what I've got.
Take that. If you're on your phone, take your phone with you. As long as you don't go off camera, you've got no liquid refreshments or anything. So we've got to say that at the beginning. There's no refreshment of any sort. I'm still convinced, Jen, that you wouldn't know it was a Fatali if you blindfolded.
Do you know?
Honestly, I think a lot of it is psychological with people, and as soon as they hear like the words chocolate pods, they just go, "Oh God, no, I'm not going to like it."
Irena, I've got to disagree. I will know a Fatali, and I will tell you, put 50 pods in front of me, blindfold me, I will pick it out of those 50, just by smell alone.
So who was that? That was Edger, and who else?
I got another Joe Cuba and another Matty Spice.
Cool. I've actually stopped collecting cards. The only ones that I have now is any which are signed. Hot balls. Now I've not done the hot balls either. Are they pretty much like round Watsits, but pig and hot? Someone tell me.
I believe so. What did Paul say? I missed it. Simon has built up his tolerance big time.
I said that earlier on. Simon, your tolerance is absolutely amazing. Has it always been like this? Have you always had a high tolerance?
I kind of. I've got I think no beat
10,
chili stuff.
9,
So
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 6 beaten.
I've moved the camera closer to me so I can read the screen. You know, old age is creeping.
I've got my glasses on. I can't read anything, so but I can't see without them. But no, I changed my glasses back last year. I know it's just really stupid, but I had my glasses changed, and I now can't read with them on because my prescription has changed, and it just proves how I'm getting old and I need varifocals.
But you know, I was pondering, what's this? 5 beaten.
5 beaten, yeah, we're
5, yes.
Yeah, no, I'm getting old.
Is this number 6, Simon, that you're chewing?
This is number 6, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Do
You're doing better than me.
I tried to read some small print while I was at school, and I felt the strain for the first time, you know, a few weeks ago, and I was like, no, come on, that can't be right. Just straining to read something, I was like, I don't want to be wearing bifocals.
Oh, honestly, I realised once I had these glasses that I need them combined. I'm getting old.
Well, let's not agree to get old.
I'm quickly making my way towards half a century. So yeah, I forget that I'm not a whippersnapper anymore.
Let's see your open mouth then, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Right, ready, go. 4 minutes and counting. Oh, you found your jacket. Excellent.
Yeah. So
yeah, I got my mistress dressing on.
I was going to say it looks a little bit tight. You sure it's yours?
Full of compliments there, my dear.
So how are we doing, Simon? Let's talk to you. How are we doing? So that was piece number 6. So we're halfway through. How are you doing? How's your mouth? Do you want to explain what the heat's like in your mouth? What flavors you're picking up? Maybe even the consistency at this point. Having done 6 pieces, how are we doing?
Starting to get a bit sickly.
That'll be the sugar.
I'm sorry, it's nothing to do with the flavour and anything.
No, it's the amount. It'll be the amount of sugar.
But yeah, heat-wise, still fine. I probably crept up to maybe a 3 now.
Nice.
Excellent. So possibly about where I was on mine. Obviously, bearing in mind that my tolerance appears to be quite a lot lower than yours at the moment. So after 6 pieces, what's the consistency starting to be like? So obviously we know that it is, you know, it is sweet with sugar. And how's that consistency now we're on number 6?
I found on the last bite there, I was like, oh, I gotta eat more. But
eat another 6 more.
Well, this one,
equally.
I tied the record.
Yes.
So just to let you know for points. So each piece of the nougat is 2 points. For the third one that you eat, you get it's 1 bonus point. So at the moment, I mean, we're on 6, 7. We're on 14 points. So the record, I believe, is 7 pieces.
Yeah.
Let's come back up there. Now that was Ryan Baumgartner that's done that one. I've yet to see the video. It was in a private screening. Another Shahina, and who was the other one there, Si?
Let's check.
Oh, do you know? I don't have one.
No.
I don't have one.
I could pop it in for you.
So Ryan currently holds the record for 7. I believe that was all that was available to him at the time, though. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it was a private thing that they did. So I've not seen any video of it.
Yeah, well, I know the Scoville unit's got 10, hasn't he? So
yeah, I saw a photo and there were 10 boxes there.
Yeah. So
it'd be interesting. As you said, you know, obviously the more that you do, the more sickly it becomes, and that's one thing that puts me off completely, if I'm truthful. So we're down to the last minute now, Simon.
Yeah, I was speaking to Jamie about it earlier on. He was asking like, what do I realistically think I'm going to do?
Mm.
And like 8 minimum, just so I can say I've done the record. But then I'm
True.
like, there's no point stopping there because if I get to 9, then I'll get a bonus point. So what's the point of being 1 away for? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
I like that.
it's
I like the inspiration.
and multiples of 9 if you can do it just purely because of the bonus point to it. So it's two points per piece. Just coming down to 15 seconds. So if you've got the 7th one arranged ready there. So yeah, so if you can do it in multiples of 3, because you do get that bonus point on the 3rd one. 4, 3, 2, 1, and when you're ready, mates. Yeah, I imagine by now it would start getting a little bit sick. And this is what puts me off with chocolate challenges, just that they are just so sweet, and I can't even do.
That's why Irena. That's why you've got to do them quickly. That's why you don't hang around with the Moab, and you definitely don't hang around too long with the raspberry rain.
I've heard the raspberry rain is probably the tastiest out of all of them.
Love that.
I'm curious. I've got to say I'm curious as to whether I could do a full one. I genuinely don't think. I think you would see me barf on camera. There'd be a very good chance of it. I sat down with Mousy one evening. She was doing a Moab, and I went and got myself a dairy milk bar, and it was 100 grams, and I couldn't even finish that.
But do you know,
I'd have no chance on a Moab.
But there's a massive difference between a dairy milk and a Moab. I think the sugar content, bar the caramel, the sugar content in the bar itself, in the chocolate, isn't like the dairy milk at all.
How you doing, Simon?
Feel sick.
Right, last bit going down.
Let's get this equal in the record.
So this is number 7 to tie it. And you're doing awesome, mate. Absolutely awesome.
You are.
As I say, you're doing better than me. You're doing better than a lot of people could do.
Yeah.
Oh God, mouth head. Mine is actually repeating on me, and I've only done 1 piece. Every time I've just coughed, and it's all just come back up. It's horrible. So this is number 7 to tie with Ryan. Do you think we can make it to 9 and get that extra bonus point?
You can only try.
We'll have a go.
Sorry, no, I thought I could hear my daughter go. I don't know. That last swallow then was really difficult.
Is this just due to the fact that it's sweet and it's sickly, and it's certainly not to do with the heat?
Nothing to do with the heat. I think I just shouldn't have had that food before I done it.
But that's the conundrum. Do you have the food to prep, or do you not? And have the space and then suffer later?
This is interesting. So for me, whenever I'm doing a challenge, I always make sure that my stomach is lined, but then I don't do the only quantities that I've ever done. You know, you're talking about pods. Sometimes you can get to 9 pods, and then that'll be the end. And then if you've got extra rounds, but then pods don't take up that much room in your stomach, and even 10 rounds of pods doesn't equal almost a pound of weight in other products.
I hear you. Paul Oro just said, "You got this, Simon."
You have. You're doing amazing, mate. Absolutely amazing.
How long we got left for this round?
Just over 2 minutes left. Just over 2. So this is piece number 7. So this will tie for the record. You're doing amazing, Simon. Absolutely awesome. And I think you're absolutely breezing through this. The heat doesn't seem to be a problem for you. Obviously, we're talking about now just what you're eating is starting to feel a bit sickly.
Yeah, do some extra runs in the morning, bro. Do you know? Put your hand on another box. Start feeling motivated by that. and then see where we can go from here.
So remember, this box that we're opening now, and saying, Sam, you're not committed to eating it at all. But this box would actually break the current record. The battle is definitely on. So number 8 now, this would be a new record. So as long as Simon can hold it for a month, I believe there's new collector's cards out there. So if that's a little bit of motivation for you, we've got new collector's cards. So you have to hold the challenge record for a month to qualify.
And that's gold.
Is that like given out to everyone, or is it just issued to me?
I don't. Paul is on the stream in there. He's tapping away and stuff. Hopefully, Paul can quickly explain to us how we get hold of the cards. Are they going to be in challenges?
I've got to do it first.
Yes, true. Simon, Kate Prickman saying you got it, bro.
You have. I can't tell you any of the comments because obviously I've got my phone being used for the timer there. Smash the hearts, guys. Simon's doing absolutely awesome. Jem and myself are just waffling away here to distract him.
And I think we're professional wafflers, honey. So we're good.
Absolutely. So you can be my partner in waffle.
Oh, I definitely can be.
We're my partner in waffle. But no, Simon's doing absolutely amazing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Simon.
Boom. That was number 7 beaten. So what we're looking at now is piece number 8 on the table there in front of Simon. He's already smashed 7 of these. Starting to feel a little bit sickly. So there we go. And we're attempting number 8. So guys, this will be for the current record. If Simon can eat it and do his afterburn, which is 4 minutes. So remember, Simon, guys, if you're doing multiples, guys, remember to do the burn in between each product. You can't do your burn time at the end. The burn time has got to be done in between each multiple.
Bro, give this one a good chew. Jamie Bolton, you got this, brother. That sign.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
No, we haven't.
You're doing awesome there, mate.
You are. Bro, this is where the mental strength pops in.
I tell you what, it's whilst yes, it is to do with tolerance. When you're talking about, I'm not the word longevity. What's the word I'm thinking of? It is the determination, but it's being able to just keep going and having the mind to keep going. It's not motivation. Easy.
I get you. It's that stamina of plodding along. Yes, my man.
It is.
Juice,
you know, it is really easy to give up. It's so easy to give up. It's harder to keep going. And it's that determination. And Simon looks as though he's pretty much like me. I don't give up easy, and I would, I don't give up easy.
Bro. You got this, dude.
Yeah, there's no one timing you for this one, bro. You just take your time.
So just to remind people of the challenge here, there's no time limit on doing the actual piece of nougat itself. That's interesting because I call it nugget, not nougat. I feel quite posh calling it nougat.
Well done,
bro. There's no time limit to actually eat it.
Get ready.
So you just need to see my photo there. That's us at Warwick Castle. So yeah, there's no time limit to get it eaten. You just need to show an empty mouth, and then it's the 4-minute afterburn. I'll show you that photo again later on, but that's really cool. It was taken about 2-3 years ago. About 2-3 years ago up at Warwick Castle.
Well done, dude.
Yeah, well done,
doing
bro.
Amazing.
Just keep your focus.
Stay focused. Say it is. It's hard to keep going. It really is hard to keep going.
Yeah.
I imagine his belly's pretty full roundabout now.
I imagine it is. I mean, what was that? That was number 8. So we're talking. Oh, crumbs.
3. No, it's not.
Well, it's a lot of grams. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a lot of grams.
The thing is
I reckon at the moment we're probably nearing around about 300 grams anyway. That's a lot of nougat, even if you're doing it without chili. So that is, I mean, look, going back to this here, we are probably talking around about. This is not working at all, is it?
let's
So
not focus on that just yet.
It's, Simon's doing amazing. He's doing absolutely amazing. It's a lot.
How's the belly feeling, Simon? Or do you not want to speak? You don't have to.
It wants to come up.
Does it?
Hold it
down, bro.
I do mind reading at the weekends, and at the moment he's got this little thing going on in his head.
Yes.
He's actually explained it to you himself earlier on, and he's sat there thinking, do I go for 9? Do I go for 9? Do I go for 9?
Mm-hmm.
And his belly and his head's giving him two different answers.
Yeah, what your head and what your heart say, they're always two very, very, very different things. The determination to push on. Oh, sorry, hon.
It's all right,
the determination to push on is something else, but obviously, it's one thing for your mouth to be on fire.
2 minutes, bro.
One thing for your mouth to be on fire. When you've got a full belly, that's something else.
Yeah,
that is something else. So we've got just over a minute and a half to burn time on piece number 8. So Simon, we are at world records. So congratulations on current world record holder. Obviously up to you now whether you think that you can carry on. How are we doing? How's the whole sensation in your mouth, and how I'm not going to even ask how your belly's feeling at the moment. Where are we at with burn levels?
That hasn't changed.
At the moment, he's getting a sugar rush like an elf in a candy store.
Yeah, you can see backwards and forwards. Try to keep it down, bro. We're coming up to your minute, and then we've got 60 seconds, 59, bro.
The only thing I can maybe suggest that you do, just try and keep still. The rocking motion may actually not help churn it in your stomach, but it'll activate it to come up. And that's the only thing I can maybe suggest doing is just is not moving about too much.
Bookkeeper Andrew says you've got this, dude. Well earned.
You have. You've done amazing.
30 seconds, bro.
That was a good burp.
There we go. 25 seconds left, mate. So remember, there's no pressure to do the extra one to make it to 9. Obviously, we don't need to decide quite yet.
10 seconds.
5,
5,
4, 3, 2,
1. Boom.
Boom.
Bro.
World record holder. 8 nougat pieces down the hat.
New world record holder.
Give yourself some thinking time, bro.
If you need a minute or two to get your head together,
Indeed.
take a minute or two. Not a problem. We I've got my waffle buddy down there.
Of course.
And I tell you what, we'll get him involved as well. So I mean, yes. I've been threatening to send you a piece of this. So obviously I have enough here.
I sat and watched you do it.
I think you need to experience it and just to see what it's like.
She wasn't a good advert though, eh, Lou?
No, I sat and watched you do it, and it was like.
It's not. They're not undoable. Obviously.
Simon,
how we doing, Simon?
Okay.
He's
talking to his family.
I think his daughter's come in recently. Obviously, just saying.
Be quiet.
I'm be quiet. I could be sick. Bear with me. But yeah, no,
Sorry, guys, my daughter just come up.
No, that's okay. So we're just watching on whilst you get yourself composed and decide what you're going to do. But we were just talking about the level of the challenge. That it's obviously not for people that don't have any tolerance at all. for the big major chili heads, they're going to do this with no problems, as obviously Simon is doing. For those who like a bit of heat, it's going to be a hot one. My tolerance is not zero, but it's dropped a lot. I mean, to be fair, I'm doing padrons at the moment. So what?
I wasn't going off the heat. I was going off how long it actually took you to chew yours. Simon did 2 in the time it took you to eat one.
Yeah, that's because I was talking as well. Come on. But then again, I can do a drauger and talk.
It would take me an hour to chew it.
It's not too chewy. How are we doing, Simon? That's why I tell my kids not to come into the kitchen when we've got things like this going on.
I'll do the same.
I just broke the record for doing this.
He just broke the record.
Dad is really, really, really clever, and he's awesome. He's awesome. But the texture of the nougat, because of the chili in there, and it is in powdered form, it does go a little bit grainy, so it's not. Right, Simon's opening the box. So, but again, there's no pressure to eat it just because you've got the box open. There is no pressure to do it.
Just focus now.
That's it.
What's with all these naff cards?
Did you say NAF cards?
Yeah, not calling the people naff. I've got like 1 million doubles.
But this opens up the possibility now that you can get really good trades.
Yeah.
Think of it that way.
I got 2 Shahinas. Then I got 2 Matt Spice, 2 Les Checks, and 2 Joe Chili Cubas.
I swear to God, right? There were more than 5 different cards in the pack that I had. I swear.
In case Simon doesn't know, there's a traders group where we can trade all them cards.
There is, yeah. He's in it.
Yes, guys, that's a reminder, actually, that Stu Walker is amazing at pretty much running the traders card group. If anyone has got any doubles, if anyone's after any cards, everyone can come together there. Stu hosts tons of competitions. I'm sure there's one going on at the moment. So yeah, so get yourself over there to the traders group. How we doing, Si? You all right?
Yeah, just mindful of time. I know I'm keeping you all from your family, you know.
No, don't be daft.
You know what?
Don't be daft. No, this is awesome.
History in the making.
Indeed, and we're here.
Absolutely. And I should have been going out for a curry tonight. And it was a little bit like that, whether we'd still go. And when Simon said, "Oh," I get a message from him the other day saying, "What are you doing on Saturday night?" And I thought, is this a date? And it took me a few minutes to realise what he was asking. And I've got a call in the background saying, does he know you're married? Of course he doesn't know I'm married. He's flipping been to our house and everything. So then it dawned on me that Simon had 12 boxes of nugget, and I thought,
Yeah. Well, I was going to do it on Monday until I realised what was going on.
Monday.
And then I was just like, no, I'm not doing it.
Oh, was that Monday just gone?
Yeah. So
the amount of times I've messaged Ray and asked her what she was doing like on such and such a night, she must think I'm stalking her.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny. I don't have much of a social life, so my curry night is next Saturday, and I'm going to challenge them to do me a really hot curry that's not filled with powder.
Yeah,
we've been ruin a really good curry with powder.
Right, hang on now. I've done the record, correct?
You've done 8. You've done 8.
Stu Walker's watching, isn't he?
He is.
He is.
Stu, do I get Chinese?
He says if you can do 12.
He's won that bet. I'm not getting to 12 tonight. I know that.
I tell you what, mate, never say never, because all you need is a rest for a minute or two, and then all of a sudden you can be in a completely different mindset.
I've got two trains of thought right now. I've done the record last time. Tick. 9, I get a bonus point. Need to do that.
Yeah.
You do.
Scoville unit's got 10.
He has. He has.
But that it only means he's got 10. He's not
I
done
was going
10.
to say he's got to do them
Well,
yet.
exactly. Yeah. So as Jem just said, he's got 10. Who's to say that he will do 10?
Mhm.
You know, that's the other thing as well.
Come Pow Call instead of all King Cole.
Yeah.
You do what's comfortable for you. If you need to take a minute, then take an extra minute. It's not a problem.
It's not going to do itself, is it?
No.
It's not going to
I
be
do
itself
what-
though.
just
No.
noticed that Gem isn't
No.
in his card comp, so there you go, Gem. I've just reminded you.
Right. Well, I can tell
You want
you
me?
that some of these boxes do have a Caliente card in them. I can tell you that because I
Do they?
packed them all. So I made them, I wrapped them, and I packed them, and I sent them. I even dropped them to DHL. Or did I drop them to
Don't
UPS?
Don't let that put you off. It will not affect the flavour of the.
So everything has been done by me. But there are some Caliente cards in there. There might be other people's cards in there as well. I promise you, there's more than 5 different cards.
I'm very fortunate in the fact that I've got a signed Caliente card.
I don't have one.
I need to have a look for one. I think I may have one left. I'll send that to you, Irena, with your bottle of pumpkin juice.
When it makes it out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
What number are you, Gem?
14.
19. Are you? I thought he was 19.
19.
I am 19, sorry.
Nah, I don't have a
You know
spare.
better than me, man.
I was just checking if I had a spare, but I don't.
Mm.
You got
Well
this
done,
dude.
Simon, for remembering, man. That's better than me.
I'm not grabbing any challenges. Don't worry.
Katie, what time is that UK time? 11 o'clock UK time. There's going to be
No,
another
got some
record
of my
set
cards.
there.
Okay.
Oh, Casey and Annie. Yes.
Yep.
Did I see that they're attempting to do? Is it a gallon of ginger chug?
Yeah.
Is that each or is that between them? I'm not really sure what's going on.
I'd assume it'd be between them. Who wants to drink 500 litres of ginger chug? You know, and then you're talking a gallon, which would be.
Katie and Annie do.
Well, a gallon in our language is 4.5 litres.
Yeah.
4.5 litres.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
40 each, it's half a gallon each.
2 litres.
No.
You'd want to do that challenge sat on the toilet.
Just let it go through.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
would only want to do that challenge in my nightmares, in my dreams. Although again, that's another one that I've not done yet. Is the ginger chug? Simon has beaten the record. He's done 8 and he's on his 9th at the moment, Les. He's doing absolutely awesome. It's Power of the Dragon. It's called Hiraeth as well. Hiraeth is the Welsh for the it's that feeling of belonging. It's a Welsh thing. It's called Hiraeth.
There you go. Do you know, Lou, when you sit in a live with Irena, it's not only fun to listen to, you're educated as well at the same time, man.
I just like it 'cause I don't have to talk.
Yeah, well, Welsh again. So remember, again, talking about Welsh, Mama Dry Guy. Everyone finds their name and stuff, but it was this man down here that gave me my chili name.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we translated it into Welsh. So yeah, so that's me, Mother of Dragons.
Super.
Yeah.
Who gave you your name, Simon?
Just I got when I was younger. I used to have 2 gamer tags for when I was playing like on the Xbox and PlayStation, and one of them was Welsh Legend, and the other one is Old King Cole.
Super.
So with my surname as Cole, it fits in.
Yeah.
Mine. You've got the king title and all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yours, Gem, is fantastic because I say it is directly related to chilies as well.
Yeah.
Not
Do you know-
everyone's is
who
directly
made it?
related to chilies.
Yeah, I had Heather, Bella from America create that for me. Shahina created a post in any UK asking for people to come up with a name for me because I couldn't. And Bella over there created one, and I was like, love that. So yeah, I love the Galiente, the whole Spanish.
It's cool.
But it's either hot. It means hot stroke spicy. So yeah.
Let's get the timer ready. How are we doing after that little break there? Are we back into the swing a bit? Oh dear.
Taking that bonus point.
Yeah. That's it.
Absolutely. So remember, all we need to do now is open mouth. We start the timer. 4-minute countdown. We've got that extra bonus point, so that'll be a total of 21 points. So two points each for each of the piece of nougat. On the third piece, you get an extra bonus point. So for every 3, that's 7 points. So to multiply that out, as long as we're not doing it by long division, I make that 21 points. But doing awesome, mate. We just got the countdown to do now.
Simon, is it taste fatigue as well for you? Is it just like the same taste now, just running through?
It's hard to swallow.
Okay.
Just when I'm chewing it, the saliva's building up. It's getting a bit mushy.
Yeah.
And then when I'm swallowing it down, it's like, oh, again.
Yeah, I'll get you.
His body's saying no more sugar.
That's it.
So this is just the repetitiveness. Not only, but we're talking about a repetitive thing, the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
Taste.
And a couple of the fact it's probably feeling sick.
Yeah. The taste fatigue is the killer because when you're just tasting the same taste for like over 30 minutes, 40 minutes is gone, 45, then it's yeah.
Doing
Most
awesome
people
though.
can't eat past 20 to 30 minutes anyway. The body just tends to say no more.
Yeah, exactly.
As Jem said, it's fatigue. It's just the constant chewing motion, the swallowing, the chewing motion, the swallowing, and it's boredom. It's boredom.
Yeah. I know.
And then you've got to yeah.
What's the timer, babe?
Little time
sorry. No, we're switching off.
2:38 it was on when I saw it, but
2 minutes. So we're halfway through the burn time. So yeah, so we're aiming for the extra bonus points at the end of this one.
jacket's going back on. There might be a bit of chili shakes coming.
Cold again.
I only ever had the chili shakes once. Where were we? Big Feasty down in Surrey. And bless, I had Minnie looking after me afterwards. It was the only time where I lost all feeling in my face. I had Naga claw. I was in quite a mess that day. And I came out and the shivers that I had were horrendous. And I had a big thick coat off Minnie to keep me warm. I was in a right mess that day, but I'm pretty sure it was off the back of a hangover as well, if I remember right.
It was, you're right.
Yeah, I think so.
The first person I've ever seen to have the claw going on, and that was when Katie was doing the V2. This was a long time ago. I think
right,
it was
so
V2.
You're within a minute now of smashing 9.
If Katie's watching, was it the V2, Katie?
It's
30 minutes.
No, I off that particular pod eating competition, we hadn't. I don't even think we got to a reaper on that particular competition. But I lost all the sensation in my face. Right, we're got 30 seconds left to go, mate.
He's done 9. He had no plans. It was just to see how far he would go. But he is looking at number 10.
It's a nice round number.
It is a nice round number. You are right there, Adele.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. The last time I saw this many boxes in one place was when I was packing them.
That belly must be
There's
bloated.
motivation.
Righty ho, mate. Smash.
The Never Better Club shouting, yes, go for 10.
10 in the
That's
bag.
it.
Whoop, 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 whoop. 10 in the bag. Mr. Title Holder.
Massive.
So how are you doing, Han? How are you doing there?
Oh,
He's not going to sleep for a week. The amount
No,
of
he's-
sugar going around in his body is going to
not.
be pinging off every wall.
Take your time, mate.
take time, bro.
Take time. No, there's no pressure to do this.
The Scoville unit's got 10.
He's got to get at least 11.
That's it.
But that's not to say that he'll do all 10 of them. As you said, it's the whole, as in to the sugar upon sugar, and then the chewing, and then the swallowing, and
swallowing.
it's that's what it's about. And in all honesty, I have no idea how Ryan got on with doing his 7 pieces. I don't know, if he experienced the same as you with the chewing and the swallowing fatigue, and the feeling of just. I would imagine he'd be a bit bloated.
I think I tucked myself up.
You
Oh.
need some
Amazing.
veggies and salt after this. Katie's saying.
So, sorry?
Plenty of veggies and salt after this to help take some of that sugar out.
Oh,
I wouldn't even know what to do to counteract this apart from try and get everything up. But I've got a sneaky suspicion it's not going to take a lot of convincing. Something tells me.
I agree.
anyone know what time the boxing starts?
Oh,
I believe the coverage starts about 10 o'clock because, hang on a minute, I'll ask Paul. Paul, what time's the boxing start? Only because I know that we're due to be watching it. So you'll have a little bit of time to chill out, to recover, get over your sugar rush. Because this is going to be one hell of a sugar rush.
I reckon if I start, it's going to break me.
Paul, what time's the boxing start tonight?
I think number 10. Well, it's starting now, so.
Well, Paul says he thinks the coverage is actually starting now, but the fight's not going to be on for hours yet.
At least if you get the 10th in, yeah, even the Scoville unit can only match you. He can't
Exactly.
take your record
No, he's only got 10.
because he's only got the 10.
but Simon, this is for your own mental challenge, man.
It's not mental. I can do it. It's my stomach.
Stomach
I got no
full.
control over that.
And this is part of the challenge as well, is being able to keep the whole lot down.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is keep the whole lot down. It's much easier said than done. Much easier said than done. If you need to take a minute, my partner in Waffle, I'm sure we can find something to talk about.
I've got a list of things to talk
Thank you for
about.
giving up your evening as well, by the way, guys.
No,
Oh, look,
Great time,
Well,
well
I'm-
worth it for this.
absolutely.
Right.
I would, Oh, is that the timer still going?
Yeah, but your phone was about to switch off, so I
No.
tapped it.
No, that was when I accidentally reset it and I didn't need to.
Really
No.
Yeah.
Another
Lovely
chili.
woman. Lovely woman, but I'm sick of seeing her now.
Oh, Shahina's lush. We love Shahina.
Katie Prettyman says, tell your stomach you're in charge.
Absolutely, you are in charge. Yeah, David's just got just to show, just to prove how much I do love Shahina. Every time I open the cupboard, I see that. Every time I open the cupboard door,
I've got one and it scares me.
and it's gonna stay at the back of the cupboard, staring at me every single time that I open it. I don't know. I might do it.
One chip to do too.
Yeah, do you know, I've got a cupboard full of stuff that needs doing. We've got Packy One chips. I've got an original Killer Queen. There's a Scoville Slammer up there.
Irena, that's why I came out of this semi-kind of retirement. I've got to finish all these things off because I open the cupboard and I just look at them. I think, oh, what am I doing? I open the freezer, my chocolates are in there, and I'm like, oh. So yeah.
I see. I don't feature doing challenges as we all know. However, the league table on League of Fire is not up to date because I've not put all my competition things on there from last year. So I need to sit down and get all the videos uploaded.
I've not put in any. Do you know, Lou? I've not put any up since Angus's birthday. I need to get on. Yes, we do need to do a
I've got about 100 points to put on from last year, though. Right, Simon's and wrapped his nougat there, and we
Katie, I've got one more. I've got two more of those in the fridge. So any day.
I haven't uploaded any of my challenges neither because I can't work out how to log into the website.
Put your name in.
Come on, Simon, dude, you got this.
You have, mate.
You have. Take your time there, bro.
We're powered by Dragon. We're powered by
Well,
Dragon.
we went today, was we? Because we lost.
Well, I didn't want to mention that.
I did. I've only just remembered. I only just remembered how shocking that was.
I didn't actually watch it. I heard it on the radio, and I'm quite glad I didn't watch it.
Yes, we did at dinner.
Oh, we watched it for about 5 minutes when I was at my dad's earlier.
I watched them too.
Well, Arsenal won on a lighter note, on a better note, to be honest with you.
Arsenal
1-0.
did win, yes.
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 So did West Ham. I believe West Ham won 4-0. I believe.
Yeah.
Could be more.
I don't know, but we needed we needed Man City to lose though, or at least not win.
4-0.
True. Who do you
So
support?
what's our thought process at the moment, Simon? Talk us through it. Where are we at?
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, have you come to any conclusions? If you do, share them.
Yes.
Boom.
Absolutely. So,
And it
on
begins.
completion of this, we know that the Scoville unit has 10.
Yes.
He can only match you. He can
Keep it a
only
little
match
bit
you.
further towards you, dude, so it stays in camera properly. That's it, just like that.
Irena, you speak about tolerance, and you know, for me, I think tolerance is a bit of a mind game. Yes, you've got to deal with the heat in the mouth, but I think tolerance is more how you can cope with the pain that's occurring at that time. I think it's not just
how do you deal with it?
how do I deal with it?
Yeah.
I know that there's going to be an end. So all I'm doing is just waiting for that end.
Yes.
How do I get through it? I do say to people that if you were ever thinking of doing a pod eating competition, I think it's always something that you should experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does start off mild and it does creep and it builds and whatever you have, and you do end up eating ridiculously hot stuff. Don't get me wrong. Some of it is mind over matter. And I think a lot of it, especially with me, I try not to focus on how hot things are. Like, this guy's not necessarily thinking about how hot it is. It's just being able to get to stay down at the moment. But I try not to think about how hot something is. I try not to really take much notes about what's going on, and it's all about focusing on myself and getting through it. I generally tend to find that, especially with pods, that if I can get it down quick enough, as long as it's not in the mouth too long, I can get through it that way. Little nibbles, I think, for me personally, I wouldn't do little nibbles because the heat is in your mouth for longer. Paul, I don't have a passport. I told you this last year. I don't have a passport. But it's Yeah, doing pods is
Got this, Simon, dude.
Go on,
This
Simon.
what Simon is doing is this is
Mm.
pure endurance.
Oh God,
I think that was the word that I was
I
looking
agree.
for earlier on was
Yes.
endurance.
Yeah.
This is not just doing just a one-off, doing the burn time and off you go, which is what a lot of people tend to do. Multiples. This is something completely different. Simon, have a breather if you need to have a breather. Remember, we've got no time limit on actually completing each portion.
Just keep your fingers out your eyes.
Keep your fingers out your eyes and out your mouth. We don't put your fingers in your mouth either to upwards. But this is endurance, and this is what pods is all about as well. Is building on that heat. Most people, if they were to put their mind to it, and not think about how hot things are, a lot of people can actually get to a really good level and a really good round on pod eating. And some of it is mind over matter, although yes, it is really, really hot. I find that I can sometimes just get to a point and it's no longer hot. Well, it is hot, but you just don't seem to build. Great Dorset was one that we got to the end of it, and then I pushed. I think it was another 7 reapers on top. Each of those reapers, it wasn't getting any hotter for me. And funny enough, I watched it back the other day just to see how bonkers I was over the summer
with pink hair.
And I found at that point it didn't build anymore. But again, it's the longevity and it's the endurance, which this is a different type of endurance that Simon's doing now. It's not. This is no longer a heat endurance.
No.
This is keeping it down.
Can I ask a question, Irene? So when you're sat with these hundreds of people in front of you and you're just chewing on these pods, do you just block them all out and just focus on that chili that's in front of you?
I focus on the chili that's in front of me. What I tend to do is I remember saying it to Charlie up at East Midlands as well, that I tend to focus on a point, and that point is not the crowd. So you'll always find me looking up here or over there. I tend to. I think I would get put off and nervous if I took in how many people were there.
Wow.
It's all about focus, and if you can just focus on what you're doing, and if I've got this pod, I need to get this pod down, and I need to be able to get to the next one, and that's I think that's how I look at it. I'd like Shahina. I would love to be inside Shahina's mind when she's doing this as well, to see what her triggers are, to get us to the next one, and how she gets through eating that and then gets it down. And it's the thought process going behind it is amazing. But for me, it's pure focus, which is what Simon's doing at the moment. So, Simon, have you got about half of it left there?
A little bit less.
A little bit left. Just think one more mouthful after this, mate. One more mouthful.
Just going on with eating, when people are doing the competitive eating and they do their training, it's so, I look at them and it is so unbelievable about how much they can churn through, as in volume wise, and some can do it at speeds of, at knots. These professional guys are like phenomenal.
I find it amazing. I've been tagging Katie Prettyman in things left, right, and centre recently. That there are some really, really, really good foodie challenges in the UK at the moment. 2 or 3 of them have cropped up in Wales, and around the Cardiff area. And 1 or 2 of them are to do with absolutely huge amounts of traditional English breakfast, that type of thing. So there's multiple sausages, bacon, and what some of it is
the bread that will do me.
It's huge, and I keep saying to Katie she has to come over and show them all how it's done, because Katie is amazing. I have no idea, for somebody who is just little like Katie, how she manages to do it and tuck it all away. Simon, mate, you've only got a mouthful left there, but take your time. It's there's no rush.
Katie's my inspiration in the chili community, definitely, just by how she just churns through, these kind of challenges. And when I've done challenges with her, it's
do you still hold the record for the beans? So Nuke Naga
I
beans.
think I hold the record for all of them, and that's not me blowing a trumpet in any shape or form.
That's awesome. I was never very good with a pizza. Okie dokie.
Exactly.
So we were totally and utterly distracted there. Simon has just finished.
No, I
Yes,
haven't.
You still got
Oh, we're
a
not.
little bit
No,
left.
no, we're not. Oh, do you know, I thought the
He was just blowing the trumpet for Jem.
Yeah, he did.
oh, blowing trumpets, right? Sorry, I thought you meant that you'd finished that bit there. Yeah, I took a lifetime to eat the pizza. The beans, I've only ever done it once. I didn't get the whole eating motion for the first half of the bowl, and then all of a sudden I got it because I was trying to chew, and then I realised, don't chew.
No,
Don't chew. And that's where I go wrong when I'm doing the pod things. And then you've got the speed rounds, and there's always somebody really nasty. Simon, well done, Simon, mate.
well done, bro.
He's got that last piece in. There are usually some horrible people out there that bring out the larger pods, and all you want to do is just eat it as quick as you can. And then you've got to remember, it's just little munches and swallow. Well done, mate. Right, so piece number 10 is down, and we've got
Well
the
done,
4 minute afterburn. So this is the last hurrah now. The last hurrah for number 10.
Don't talk me into doing any more.
Well,
So the big pods, they're hard to do because
You've already consumed.
you have started talking about the beans, and James has just said he's off back to bed.
oh bless him.
I think it's where he left his last bean from when he started.
Oh God, yeah, James hasn't actually finished his beans, has he? Bless him.
No.
I do have half a bottle of sauce there, so I might actually give it another go at some point. Yeah, no one's done beans for ages, so maybe I'll do beans.
I haven't. I think I've got a bottle in the.
Yeah, last checked down here about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. You did. You know,
yes,
you're right.
So that's what we're talking about, guys. So anyone that doesn't know, so we have a Naga sauce made by Flavour Before Fire. And so what we do is we pour half a bottle of this sauce into a tin of beans in a bowl, and then we try to eat them as quick as we possibly can. Jem, I think your record's about, what, 24 seconds, something like that?
26, maybe.
I think it's about 26, yeah.
I don't think I broke under a minute. Right, so there's another nuke challenge as well. So this is over under. So this is made by Dan Reed. So that goes on. Is it 12 nuggets? They can be chicken or they can be veggie nuggets. And again, I think that's eat it as quick as you can. The other one, which I do actually have a half a bottle of sauce of, so that's Nuclear Fallout. So that is by Lee Alexander of the 405 Chilli company. We put that, half a bottle of that, onto a pizza, which is, was it 340 grams or something like that?
Basically a San Marco pizza.
Yeah, it's a San Marco pizza. And again, we eat that as quick as we possibly can. And this guy here is the current holder of all three. Now, there is one where we do all three, which is called the what is it called? The something lunchman, the Devil's Lunch or something like that. Devil's Diner. And has anyone actually completed all three of them?
Jem and Katie Prettyman.
Excellent. So what that is 12 nuggets, tin of beans with that, and Nuclear Fallout on the pizza. If you can do all three of them in one sitting, you'll be the third person to do it.
Had to go to bed straight after that. It was
I imagine you
carbohydrate.
did. That would have been a rather full and very warm belly.
It was. It was.
Right, Simon, mate, you've got 1 minute left. You are well and truly almost there to 10. So we're going to count you down.
I forgot to do something.
Casey, you were awesome. I remember watching it, but I couldn't remember if you completed it or not. So well done.
What are you going to do, Simon?
Right. So I got Paul Oro started, which I kind of instigated after he did it. Stefan has done it. No. We'll do a different one. 10.
10. Like it. I like it.
I like that.
Excellent. So, right, we've got 20 seconds. So, do you know, mate, you are almost there, and you have been awesome. That's been phenomenal. That's a lot of sugar that you've taken in there. So the sugar rush is going to be something else. Right. Okay. So we're at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
10. 10 down.
I'll bet.
Now we're going to go and see our best friend Huey. Huey.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. If
So how-
Scoville unit wants to do 11 or do 10, crack on. Or anyone, crack on.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
never eating nougat again for the rest of my life.
So how are you
wait a
feeling
month
at the
and
end
then
of
do
that
it.
one?
Sorry, what was that?
How are you feeling at the end of 10? And then I'll come back to you in an hour and then we'll ask you the same question. How are you feeling?
I got 2 more. I'm not, and that's what's annoying me.
Are they looking at you? Are they talking to you?
I could have done it if I didn't have that food.
Do you think that you've just eaten a little bit too much beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah, tin of rice pudding beforehand.
What if you just waited a little bit?
Yeah, we can have a chat. We can have a chat about you.
Guys,
Eating 10.
10, like Adele said, 10's a nice number. It's a round
It's a
number.
nice round number. You've been awesome. That's amazing. I never thought that I would get the reaction I did to the product because I never thought I'd
Irena,
get it. It's amazing.
what I will say, go back through our messages from the night that we did the sample
Okay.
and have a look how many I said I could do.
Okay, right. I will. Yes, I will have.
Have a look now.
I'm gonna have a look. Now. I don't know how many did you think? Did you say that you think you could? I don't know.
I said I could do 10. I could do 5 quite easy. I reckon I could probably do 10.
Oh, well, you might as well go for 11 then.
I don't know because you just
That's
embarrassed me
fine.
because I've just realised I've got an order for you and I haven't done it yet. It's because I've been out the kitchen. I'm not actually back in the kitchen till next Wednesday.
No, I said, can I take your time with me? Got stuff going on.
Yeah, so still got some stuff going on. I'm getting there. Things are starting to settle down a little bit. It's still, it's still all up in the air. But yeah, so if anyone is waiting for any orders from me, just give me just an extra day or 2 to sort myself out. I can't remember how long ago did you even do that?
When did you send up the samples?
I didn't send them out. It was Matt that sent them all out. What I did was I gave them a load of samples which they were sending out to people. And you had one of the original samples. I'm around about here.
How's your stomach?
The flavour was so good, I was very impressed. There we go. That was the 7th of December.
Simon. Simon.
Yeah, sorry.
How's your stomach feeling?
Fine. Don't even ask me to do another one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel fine, but do you know when it's actually you swallow it and then it goes down and hits?
Yeah.
It's that part, and it's like it was
Right.
I can feel my top.
What Simon actually said, he said, because of the flavour and how moreish it was, I'd say 5+, maybe even do the 10. I wish I'd had more. I think the heat level would stay pretty consistent across multiples. Well, that's exactly what you've proved tonight.
Yeah.
just on that, one built up over 20 to 30 seconds and gave a full tingle in the mouth. So yeah, so you've pretty much proved what you said there, that the heat stays constant.
Yeah. The heat's gone now.
You said that you'd say that you could do 5+ and maybe even 10. So there you go. Well done.
Possibly 12 if you hadn't had the rice pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I said about the rice pudding, I said to have it around about 10 minutes beforehand. So maybe a little, but then I do rice pudding for eating fresh pods, not to do things like this. But you needed something stodgy and something milky and fatty to help to soak it up. And
I totally agree with you, Irena. I totally agree with your advice.
100%, because that's like my usual prep. The only thing that I'm consistent with, I'll have a bowl of porridge. That's the only thing that.
I think that's okay if you're just doing sort of like just quantities as 1, maybe 2. When you're talking about sort of like larger quantities, what you don't want to do is to fill your belly full of food, but you still need something stodgy to help absorb, the sugar and even the capsaicin, that type of thing. With sauce, I don't really bother prepping. I just let that just go through, and then I just drink a load of water on top to help flush it through. When you're talking about volume, I suppose it's doing something which is not filling your belly up beforehand, because you obviously need to have that volume to put the extra in. It's interesting. No, try cornflakes. I usually have something stodgy, but it's usually about half a tin of rice pudding beforehand. If I'm doing pods, it'll be about 3/4, and I feel really sick.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah, but boom, my God, 10 pieces of nougat. Oh, the nugget, as I call it. It's impressive. It's very impressive.
Has nobody noticed he hasn't took a drink of anything yet?
No.
He hasn't. I'm thinking maybe number 11.
I reckon he's still thinking about it, because he hasn't touched a drink, he hasn't touched anything.
No, he hasn't gone anywhere.
Well, 12.
I am thinking about it, but I'm also looking at the time.
Why not do a V2 chug?
You're evil.
I'm sorry.
So far, it's been the best win Wales has had today.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've had the best rugby school.
Caliente.
Yes.
Sir.
Don't mention V2.
I've still not done a
Oh,
V2.
crap. Hang on. Actually, my phone's about to die. It's on 5%. I was going to say,
Oh, that would have been a shame.
do a slammer.
What? I don't even have one.
You're glad you didn't.
Don't worry.
Exactly.
Hey, I got your address. I will send you one. I've got a few.
Why? God, man.
Nah, I'm not.
Why?
I'm not going to do any more.
Nah.
I'm not going to. I literally, my phone won't last. I'm on like 5%.
It's not worth the risk with your phone on 5%.
No, you're right.
No.
Exactly.
But
And I know it's the Chilli talking now. Talking about slammers.
there's a bit of banter.
No, of course, man. I feel it.
But
Yeah.
But
He's going to be hiding from his postman now.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
but
Return to sender.
I'm not going to put any sensitive information on it.
That's it. Oh, man.
But no, I am going to go, guys. I'm going to go and watch the boxing.
Proud of you, though, bro.
Go and chill out. If you need to
Massive
get
challenge.
off your stomach, you need to get off your stomach, mate, then do it. I don't think this will take much convincing. Go and chill out.
I don't think it's going to come up now.
All settled?
It's also, yeah.
Well, at least with the amount of sugar running around your system, you'll be able to pay full attention to the boxing all night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be like that, won't he?
Right. So, right, my phone's on 3%. Quick prediction. Kev, who's gonna win tonight?
Mayweather, round 1.
Well done, Ray.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
about 5 years in the past.
Whoever's boxing tonight is going to be round one. There you go. The one tomorrow, I tell you what, I think it'll be over before it's even started.
Tomorrow? Oh, have I got my days mixed up?
No. There's another match on tomorrow with is it Jake Paul?
Yeah, that's the one I want. That's what I was going to watch. I thought it was on tonight at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh, someone said to me it's on tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Oh, I tell you, I'm useless.
I need
Is
to
that
check
on
my
tonight?
times as well.
Yeah, I thought it was on tonight.
Paul's saying it's on Sunday.
Okay, there
James
we
is
go.
saying it's on tomorrow.
But yeah, this Jake Paul thing, I think that it'll be over before it's even started, before it's even gone ding ding.
Hopefully, there's no fix, and Jake Paul finally gets his night.
Wow, interesting. I followed the whole Idris Elba thing when he decided to turn professional. So let's see.
It's not even proper boxing. It's a YouTuber and somebody from Love Island.
I know.
And you're looking forward to watching that.
I don't know. It might as well just be a tickling match.
I just want to see him getting sparked out. Like, he's gone around now and he's calling out Carl Frost. I'm just like, he's doolally. He's living in cuckoo land.
Yeah, let's just say I followed Idris Elba when he went professional and stuff, and yeah, he did really well. But
was that when he done the kickboxing?
Yeah, he did really, really well. But for somebody that went into it, in later adulthood type of thing,
but he had background in it though as well. That's what helped him.
Yeah, but when you do it as a hobby, it's completely different. When you step up to the mark and do it as professionally, it's a different game. It's a different game. So I do karate as a hobby. I would never think to do it professionally. One, because I'm not that good at it. But it's a different thing. It's a different thing. If we lose Simon because his battery's gone, you were fantastic. You were fantastic. So I know your battery's low. I'm not sure if we've lost him there, actually.
I think he's already gone.
It's completely different doing something from on an amateur level to professional. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the boxing.
Well, there's only one thing left for me to do. If he's gone, I'm going to.
God, he's
and
terrible,
Irena, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to
Pleasure
you.
was all mine. Pleasure was all mine, then.
And look, I can do this again anytime that there's a 2-hour show like we have up
I was
there.
just looking up there actually.
Up there, yes. I can talk. You can talk.
Really?
Let's talk again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
So
Everyone.
all I got to say, guys, is thanks for tuning in. What we've seen tonight is this guy here doing a chug, V4 chug. What we've also seen is old King Simon Cole doing not 1, not 2, not 3, but he's done 10 pieces of nougat, to be kidding me. So currently world record holder. So let's hope that record saves them for quite some time. But this has been Mother of Dragons. This has been Caliente Gem. This has been Nuke Chilli-heads.
Indeed.
Peace out, guys. Thanks very much.
What play for? Take care, all. Adios.
Yeah.